Hi guys, it's Man Curry from Belief. This video is really important if you're an existing client or somebody that's looking at coming on board any of our programs, whether that be website, which includes digital marketing, social media systems, Yabber, any of our repricing or edge programs, post-settlement follow-up, systems management, digital management, data security, anything. It relates, a big picture subject is it relates to the introduction of Microsoft 365 cloud architecture into Yabber, replacing the existing systems. Right, it's a really big topic. We'll have to deal with clients ongoing to introduce the extremely large number of changes. Now, first and foremost, Belief is still to this day the only company in the industry, certainly within the finance sector, that is accredited to provide audits for the issuance of various types of national and international accreditations. Right, so we conduct security audits, data audits, and so on for the issuance of ISO kind of ticks and standards and all sorts of things. No company we've ever audited outside of our own client base within the finance industry has ever qualified, because everyone's got this mix and match of various systems, and they use uncontrolled data sources and systems that are not approved and not audited themselves and so on. So it becomes a real problem. Right, you would expect more from the finance industry. From a threat and error management perspective, you expect more. From a broader risk management perspective, you expect more from the finance industry, but brokers don't necessarily focus on those things. However, and by the way, we've never enforced this upon clients. We don't really care, or we do care, but we don't involve ourselves in the workflow management of clients that don't engage us for that kind of program. Because we effectively come in and change the way you operate. We introduce workflows and so on that may be a little outside your comfort zone. We introduce data and technologies that might be a little unfamiliar to you, so it can be a problem. But we operate according to best practice, and no one does that. We inherited a guy, again from this joker, Jessica, the other day, inherited a guy that got workflow management advice from this person. It was just horrendously bad. It actually exposed them to litigation. For a whole range of reasons, but that's beside the point. There are big picture problems in the industry, right? Every broker that comes to us, almost every broker, will use at least two pieces of CRM style software. A lot of people use things like Sales Tracker on the side. They might be a LMG broker using my CRM, but they'll use Sales Tracker on the side or whatever else. Everyone uses a different piece of software to supplement the existing software because what they've got doesn't provide everything they need, which is a real problem. Right? Data duplication, there's potential for data loss and so on. It's a really bad concept, a really bad idea, but people do it because it's a solution. It's not a fix, it's just a band-aid. Now, Sales Tracker is by far and away the best CRM in the industry, infinitely better than its nearest competitor. However, by industry standards, it's a piece of crap. You know, you compare it to Salesforce and Monday and all these other big enterprise pieces of software, and Sales Tracker, I shouldn't say it's a piece of crap because I really like Sales Tracker, but it doesn't compare. By industry standards, outside of the finance sector, it's not in the top 10,000, maybe, top 10,000, but certainly not the top 1,000. So, and we had a broker the other day that commented on a thread on LinkedIn and said he was using Pipedrive. Like, why is he using Pipedrive? And the reason being, the reason it bothered me so much is most brokers have access to Microsoft Planner, tasks.microsoft.com. Like, it's not it provides a full-featured Kanban facility, right? So it does everything that most CRM systems will do in terms of task management. In fact, it does far more because it's integrated with email, calendar, to-do, tasks, SharePoint, OneDrive, and so on and so on. The list goes on and on and on. So Microsoft Planner is far and away a more robust, scalable, and suitable solution for all those people looking to improve upon the processes that are lacking, all the automation that's lacking within their existing system. However, it's not a CRM, and that's where the problem lies. It's a task management facility, not a contact management facility or a CRM, resource management facility. So that's where it becomes problematic. So about a month ago, when we encountered some issues within our Formally module, I'll talk about that later, how it relates to Microsoft contact folders and categories. That it differs significantly between the old Outlook architecture and the new cloud-hosted 365 environment. That's very different, and that's what led us initially to say, hang on, we have to do something here. We just can't continue to support support worst practice in the industry, which is effectively what we're doing. It really irritated us. Now, we came across a couple of people a couple of weeks ago, Jason and Estella from Financial Elements, who are already using Microsoft within their own brokerage, and they're doing so really, really well. They're using all the right tools. They've got excellent security protocols in place. They are anal about the way that they manage their IT infrastructure and so on. So they're doing a really good job, but they're lacking all those facilities that should be available in Planner by default, but are not. Planner would make all CRM systems obsolete if it integrated contacts, right? And then allowed for tasks. Now, in reality, it does integrate with contacts and does integrate with everything else through Power Automate. Again, it's part of the 365 architecture. You've got all these automation-based tools on the periphery, including all their AI systems and everything else that you can potentially integrate with Planner, but it introduces a measure of complexity, right? It's not easy to use Power Automate. And Power Automate it can take a long time to set up, and it doesn't apply custom triggers within the finance sector. So the point being is we're building, right, a complete back-end solution for Microsoft Planner that effectively converts it from a static task management system into a very, 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 very powerful CRM system with mammoth amounts of automation. Right? It doesn't mean that you'll replace your primary CRM, because your primary CRM is your primary CRM. That's, it could be a requirement within your own aggregation group that you use, but if you've got your own ACL, you can kind of do what you want when it comes to software. And certainly if you are using the primary piece of software, even if you're a credit rep, you can still use software on the periphery to support your operation. It really depends on those data requirements that are imposed upon you through your agreement, but using Microsoft Planner is the ultimate solution, at least as it applies to our clients. Right? It's not going to work for anybody else, because we're applying potentially up to 60 points of automation for any action within the 365 cloud. That includes email management, calendar management, task management. It integrates with your website, so you can change your website based on the interactions you have with clients. It integrates with Microsoft Teams and Teams calling. So if you've got a VoIP system, which we provide through the Teams environment, you can integrate that and automate that into the system in a more efficient way than is available anywhere else, because it's an integrated system hosted to standards that are suitable for the US military. So it's a fantastic system. So guys, over the next 2 weeks, you are going to experience disruptions to Yabber. You just will. If you log into the top menu, you see an option called CRM, which was always kind of nested before. I think it was in a marketing module. The CRM module now includes a whole bunch of panels that are currently not functional. About half of them are, but a lot of them are not, particularly notes and tasks. We're looking at really effective and efficient ways of managing notes and tasks. If you create a note, do we change the status of that client? Do we automate emails? Do we send them the task note? Do we do all these sorts of things? And there are all these sorts of things we have to consider when building that functionality, keeping in mind that Yabber is a middleman piece of software in the architecture. So we just manage the automation. You would very rarely log into Yabber to create a task, because you've got mobile handset applications and so on that do that for you. So and we'll talk more about the way in which it works later on, and we'll update all the FAQs which are still 20% complete. There's 1,000 it is, 200 on the website roughly, 250. So we've got a lot of information to provide. There's a lot of features and functionality that people are not aware of. Now, to go a little deeper, our post-settlement programs, that's Edge, and our repricing schedules, our Communicare module, which is RM Contact, bulk emailing relationship managers for scenarios and things like that, and our AI systems, BNet, again, are all going to be integrated with Microsoft. The changes are really, really, really significant. Now, we genuinely apologize for any kind of disruption that may occur. We apologize if we're a little bit late in getting back to you and whatever else, because what we're doing is draining all our resources because we're on a timeline. I don't know if I mentioned it, but Jason and Estella from Financial Elements are going to be working with us and their team to ensure that we implement they've got really good systems, and they're a fantastic group, really smart brokers. So they're going to work with us to ensure that we don't miss anything. We don't want to have to come back and make too many changes in the future. Guys, if you want more information on what we're doing and how it improves upon your workflows and how it impacts your marketing, which is, I guess, kind of has to be our prime focus, right? Then call me on 0400 777 300. You can call our office on 1300 235 433, or send me an email, or send smoke signals. I really don't care. Just get in contact with me, have a chat, and see what we can do to improve upon your processes and how this new architecture can have a ridiculously significant impact on your continued compliance, your workflows, your lead generation, and your well-being. So give me a call, guys. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.